Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Aitx stock video. We're going to talk about Steve Reinhardt, the CEO, and what I believe is coming for January. I have loaded the full 40K down here at high double zero twos. Still have the other 10K up there, 5K at double zero threes, and the other 5K up there at double zero sevens, double zero sixes. So I'm good. I'm just sitting here on the position you want to buy when no one wants it. This is very easy. The easiest trading you will ever do in your life is just sit there. Most of the time, if you're swing trading, it's just a lot of sitting there waiting for it to come down nice and cheap. Be patient, exercise discipline, buy it when it is cheap, especially with penny stocks. Penny stocks are not forgiving. When they hit a high, it can come down 50%, 80%. If you bought at 1 penny or even nines, I mean, you better hope it runs to a penny again. You don't want to hope. You want to hope. Well, you still want to hope, right? But you don't want to hope in the sense that you don't want to be holding a bag up there, and hoping that it comes back up. You want to be holding a bag down here, quote unquote, a bag. You want to be buying down here and hoping it goes up, because it's not going to take much movement percentage wise for you to be in the green. At this point, if it goes to 0035, I can get out with a pretty juicy profit actually. I can come out with 5K, but obviously I'm looking for 004s so I can come out with 20K plus. So we'll see what happens. I told you I was not kidding about going in bigger. I was like, might as well. Like, this thing continues to prove that it's well worth buying and holding for flips. This is the OTC. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the game. Now, I do want to talk about why I'm bullish going into January, because we're a month and 5 days away from January 15th. And I'm saying that day specifically because Aitx Steve Reinhardt, be sure to mark down January 15th for our annual investor presentation. Going to be pivotal. Huge. Can't wait. Mark it down. And I don't know what LM, I don't know what LM, I don't know what that means. LMIAGD? I don't know what that means. But January 15, we could, and this is, I told in the Discord, like, hey, if you want to load up AITX right now is the best time to buy, because you want to buy it when no one wants it. And we got January 15 coming. It's still a month and 5 days away. So once people start to catch on, we could see some volume come in, the price gets pushed up, and maybe we see a stair stepper kind of move, kind of like Sybil here. Where's Sybil? See if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I remember Sybil telling people, like, hey, this might just stair step, because we're waiting for a Q&A from Sybil, and I told people this might just stair step. Like, I've been here before. I've been here for 3 years, guys. I've seen it all in the OTC. I told everyone this is just going to stair step and then come right back down. That's what my prediction, at least. It's stair stepping. We had two candles in a row, one more red candle. We're coming right back down to 007s, high 006s. So even if we get this kind of pattern on AITX, if we get this kind of pattern where we kind of slowly start climbing higher and higher, we can flip it, dump it, and make our money. And by the way, for those of you watching this, the reason Sybil is able to move from 005 to 00, almost 1 penny here, is because this stock has a much better share structure, relatively speaking, to AITX. So that's why it's able to make those bigger moves just on very low volume, compared to AITX having to get like 300 million volume just to get going, just to even get started. The momentum has to continue in order for it to go higher, I should say. So with that out of the way, January 15th, not far off. I think you'd be loading right now in anticipation of the people that are going to load in anticipation like a month from now. So that's my line of thinking. And we know that January through June tend to be where we get the bigger moves. So, and if Steve Reinhardt is being, if he's not just overhyping, then we might see some good things here with the investor presentation. We'll see. But people, you know how people are. They like to get excited. Like, oh my God, the next Q&A that comes out. Oh my God, it's going to be to the moon. Where, Sybil's going to go to the moon. And I'm just like, it's stair stepping. I've seen this before. It's just going to stair step and dump when they drop the Q&A. It's a Q&A, not Even I don't know. Whatever people could. It's just I don't know how to say this. I don't understand how 3 years goes by and longs haven't learned how this works. As long as you're in the OTC, it's just not. It's not gonna go anywhere. It's gonna go up and then it's gonna pump it up. All there is to it. That's all there is to it. That's all I'm gonna say. So I think there's a lot to get excited about in terms of potential to make a lot of money next year. And I know those of you with small accounts, because there's been a lot of new subscribers. Those of you with small accounts, Aitx is probably your best opportunity to make a lot of money. But be okay with taking 30%, 50%. Be okay with that. Be okay with turning 1,000 into 1,300, and then do it enough times to get it to 2K, and then after that, now you have 2K. So now you buy Aitx at the bottom again with 2K. You sell half, and then you hold the other half in case it does go 3x or 5x again, because it is capable of doing that. Again, these tend to happen more so towards the beginning of the year and mid-June. So if you have a small account, you do have the opportunity next year to turn 1K into 10K. But you got to be okay with, like, hey, I'll just take what the market is giving me here, 30%, 50%. Because some people like to hold for 100, 200, 300%, but that's not always going to happen. We get way more pops than we do these big 300 to 500% runs. You can tell that right here just by looking at the chart. So it's a pumpy stock until it gets out of the OTC, unfortunately. So let me see if there's anything else here. I think I'm still waiting. Aren't we supposed to get RADCAM numbers, or am I out of my mind here? I thought we were going to get some RADCAM numbers. Unless someone correct me if I'm wrong, weren't we supposed to get some numbers? Or maybe that's not coming out till end of month. That's another thing I almost forgot to talk about. This is the dilution. I believe they're going to dilute next year, and we're going to have to raise the authorized shares to 20 million. Not 20 million, 20 billion. I think that's going to be the next big number, 20 billion. So just be aware of that going forward. Don't be surprised and get caught off guard. This stock does like to dilute. So more than likely when the stock does pop, like I said, just be quick to take profits, because they like to dilute on every pop, it seems, which kind of sucks because it sends the share price, as you can imagine. Uh, as you can imagine, comes right back down. So that's why you see that kind of price action here with Aitx. You see this? It's like every pop we immediately come down, pop, come down, pop, come down. It's like, and the one time we didn't get, look at this. This is ridiculous. Every single big green candle is followed by huge red every single time. So that's why I'm saying, like, be quick to get out. Like, take your profits. Be content with the with what you make, and rinse and repeat. But I do believe first 1,000 shipping next week. Oh yeah, okay. Now I remember. I was in the AITX Discord spying on them. I don't know why I call it spying. Ooh, I'm such a good spy that I let everyone know I'm spying on them. Yeah, that's, I'm kind of like the guy that got caught recently. Like, yeah, look at my big eyebrows. Come on, I at least should have shaved them. Anyways, first 1,000 shipping next week. Marketing to ramp up, and Amazon Live, one stock in hand. Buy them and share. Has anyone made a review on these? Someone that's not biased? So as you can see, I just googled the ATX RADCAM to see if there's any reviews. I don't see any reviews here, but I imagine the reason we haven't is because they're not out. And I assume the ones that do have it, are under NDA. So, yeah, I look forward to something unbiased. I think they're going to perform great. But it's really going to depend on that. The marketing is everything, especially because it is for regular. This is a product for regular people. It's not gonna be like Sarah. It's not gonna be like Romeo. Anyways, that's it for the video. I will see you in the next one.